So you guys can see that we had a couple of advisors leaving Aave as the protocol punishes competitors. Is Aave scared of competition? Why is Aave allowing advisors to leave? Do they not like the new landscape that Aave is trying to implement? Look at the image. They got hands, fingers pointing at the logo for Aave. Ooh, pay attention. What is going on within the community in Aave? Well, according to this article from Protos, Aave governance discussions have been heating up recently. 2 separate groups of advisors have left. 2, not 1, 2. And the protocol has faced criticism regarding a controversial rewards system designed to punish those who use competing platforms. What? I can't go out and use another platform, Aave? Why not? Widely regarded as one of decentralized finance most mature governance systems, although the bar isn't particularly high, that is an opinion of the article writer. Aave holds over $8 billion of assets, but is not without its share of drama. Aave is governed by a decentralized autonomous organization, or DAO, in which Aave token holders vote on any changes. So, not one central entity calls the shots. Everyone who holds Aave gets a vote on the direction in which the protocol is going to go. Cool, not a bad idea. Although one token equates to one vote, influential parties within DAOs often emerge. Yeah, you get clusters. You get people who begin to hover up and begin to place their own agenda within a community. Be it due to concentration of governance token holdings, team members, or early investors, or as service providers paid to advertise on specific topics. So you begin to get these factions. So this is an example of how decentralization becomes centralization, because you begin to get these groups of people who begins to hover up on the same premise, the same idea that each of them likes. And then they begin to get together and try to implement what they want done under the umbrella of decentralization. He who holds the most coins holds the most power. So even though Aave is a DAO, decentralized, whoever holds the most coins controls the DAO. So maybe there should be a restriction on how much ownership, i.e. coins, you can hold. But then you begin to get these groups formed. You hold 1,000, I hold 1,000, someone else holds 1,000. Sooner or later, we have a community of people who holds control over the governance of Aave. You see what I'm saying? This is what this article is leading into. On Wednesday, Aave's longtime risk management service provider, Gauntlet, announced its decision to walk away from the role it held since 2020, 4 years of them being the risk management provider for Aave. Risk management is especially important for lending protocols, which must decide on which collateral assets to accept and adjust protocol parameters in response to market conditions. Why would they walk away? Is it becoming too risky for them that they said, look, I cannot run this particular position anymore? Outsourcing this work to dedicated service providers, Gauntlet and Chaos Labs, rather than relying on Aave holders to keep track, cost the Aave protocol $3.2 million per year. So they were paying these 2 risk management companies $3.2 million a year just to keep Aave in sync, in control. Gauntlet co-founder John Morrow laid out the reasons that Gauntlet is no longer able to continue its work with Aave, which included inconsistent guidelines and unwritten objectives of the largest stakeholders. Boom. They couldn't mesh well. They didn't like what the largest stakeholders wanted to do. It's inconsistent. One day The largest stakeholders wanted to do this. The next day they wanted to do that. And it's unwritten. They're just going with the flow. And Gauntlet is like, it's hard to control risk when there's no concrete, definitive guideline laid out. Morrow cites strong opposition to Gauntlet's contract renewal in November 2023, as well as another example in which Gauntlet received strong criticism while a similar proposal by Aave's other risk manager, Chaos Labs, went smoothly. The examples given in Morrow's statement are telling in that they are all published by governance delegate Mark Zeller, representing the ACI faction of Aave holders. So just like some infighting. So Gauntlet said, all right, cool, I'm out. So what do you guys think about this? Never shy of ruffling feathers, Zeller has also come under fire for a proposed new incentive system for Aave users. The proposed merit program would use protocol revenue to reward Aave-aligned user behavior. Odd. That's very odd. But would include dilution of any rewards for users of non-aligned protocols. Wow, isn't that crazy? Yeah, they want you to play their game. Do what they say do, because if you don't, then we're going to dilute your Aave that you have, that you hold. But if you play along, if you do the things we want you to do, then we will reward you. If you act right, if your behavior is in sync with what we want, we'll give you a little bit more of Aave. Currently, only one project has been labeled as unaligned, namely Morpheo, whose CEO sees the move as Aave attempting to prevent the growth of Morpheo. Morpheo's Aave optimizers, which Zeller refers to as a leech, operate on top of Aave, matching borrowers and lenders peer-to-peer. Their users would have any rewards diluted up to 100% the stick, pause, whilst also being eligible for a boost for migrating assets out of the optimizer and back to Aave, the carrot. So, even within decentralized organizations, you guys can see that there will be infighting. How will it hurt the price for Aave? What's going to happen with the price? If infighting continues, if they try to implement this new reward system to where you get rewarded if you fall in line with the behaviors that is set forth, quote, from the largest stakeholders, or if you don't follow and you don't act right, they'll dilute some of your Aave that you hold. Will people go to that blockchain anymore? Will people use Aave? You can see from the price action that the market is merely trading within a range right now. We did this price prediction in Aave right here on November 23rd, 2023, looking for the price to go up. Then it's over. You guys can see ultimate TP price was hit on the 15th of December, 13 3/4. All right, cool. This trend is up a little bit. We got a couple more price bars that we can relate to in terms of price action. Here is a sell zone into the market for Aave, so we're going to delineate that. And currently, you guys can see that the price action in Aave is no longer trending higher. Let's see what happened on the weekly time frame for Aave. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? What? This area right here is the buy zone, so we're going to identify this area, and we may be trading within a range. Aave may be consolidating, waiting for another news event that the market would say is newsworthy and try to push price either up or down. Last week price action doesn't look too weak, looks pretty good. Here it is on the 2 weeks. Even here on the 2 weeks, doesn't look too bad. So we may actually see the value of Aave rise slightly, a little bit to the upside in the short term. Now from a 5-weekly chart, that doesn't look good. Okay, that 5-weekly price bar right there. So I don't want everyone to get complacent and think that we won't go lower. This 5-weekly price bar is hinting that it could possibly do that in the long term. Here it is on the monthly chart. Okay. So I wanted to see this on the 330-minute chart. Okay, so this would have to be a target for us for Aave, because I am going to look for the market to go up, but I am not going to be bullish. I am not going to look for the market in Aave to, you know, surpass $300, anything like that. But I do suspect it's going to try to inch up to the upside a little bit. Yeah, the 1 hour chart still looks pretty bullish. On the hourly chart, here's a buy zone here. So yeah, we're stair stepping the way higher in price for Aave right now. Here's the support area here, meaning that the buyers are holding the market. So they don't want to let the market go down right now. So we're going to look for the price to go up in Aave. So back on the daily chart, it's not going to be too much, especially here at this first sell zone, okay? Either here at the low or at the high of the sell zone is our first target. It could be at the low, it could be in between, it could be at the high. At the high is almost 13%, but at the low, it is around 6.92, okay? Then my second target is going to be here at the low of the second sell zone. $118 and, well, let's say 119. That gives us 19.69% there. And we want the market in Aave to hold our buy zone down here at the bottom, 84.50, right there. Simple, right? Give me your thoughts. Make sure you maintain the profitability, and as always, trade different.